Hi everyone, and welcome to Adobe Live. We're here with Vicki Xu, an illustrator, animation artist, and YouTuber based here in the Bay Area. First, we just want to say hi to everyone in the chat. So if you're joining us live, please feel free to introduce yourself, share where you're joining us from. And our random question of the day is always, what did you last eat? Or what's something memorable that you recently ate? So we'll answer those questions too. But hi everyone, it's great to see you all. Hi to Robert, Alejandro, uh, and Jack. So yeah, Vicki, would you mind maybe introducing yourself and sharing maybe the last thing that you ate?
Hello, I'm Vicki. I'm an artist based in the Bay Area in SF. What did I eat? I had really good poke yesterday because I was helping out my friends set up their store in San Jose and we were around Japantown. It was
Yum.
really good.
So
It was
jealous.
Hawaiian poke.
I
wish I had some.
Yeah, me too. Maybe after. I just ate eggs on bread with mushrooms and garlic, so it's really good.
That sounds so good to me.
Yeah, hi to Robert from Sweden.
Hello.
So today Vicki is going to show us how the process of creating a desktop background wallpaper, as well as a set of desktop icons. So if you're not sure what that entails, like you've never customized your desktop before, you are in for a treat. Vicki will take us from start to finish of the sketch to their final product. But before we jump into that, I thought it'd be kind of fun to, show people like a little bit of your process and your portfolio. So yeah, we're here on your website. Yeah, and maybe you could tell us a little bit about the type of work that you do.
Yeah, so I originally started out more in the animation field. I worked in animation for a few years and still am trying to hear some of the projects that have gone live before. I primarily do background paint within animation, which means it's like all the different types of sets and landscapes that you see within TV shows and movies. So yeah, that's how I started within art. And I found kind of more of my niche of wanting to create and expand my horizons more with like content creation and just making a lot of stationery, lots of like whatever is
Love it.
kind of like inspiring me in the moment.
So cute. I feel like a lot of us can relate to this, like branching out to sort of creative direct
Yeah.
your own vision. Jax is so cute. Yes. So if anyone has any questions for Vicki, whether it's about their animation work, like looks like you do background painting, or their journey into like Vic's shoe brand, yeah, feel free to ask in the chat.
I think, yeah, it's definitely very interesting because I feel like I'm always still kind of like figuring myself out. Is always just like an art journey, like it's all about growth and about like what is like really resonating with me in the moment. So it's hard to be just like stagnant, is how I feel.
Right.
Like, I'm within the animation industry, but I'm also doing like my shop stuff. But I think like I just kind of want to like dip my toes into like all different types of art fields. Like in the future, I do really want to like get into tattooing.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes, you were mentioning. Yes. Um, so yeah, let's transition into maybe the Photoshop. Oh, yeah. So could you tell us a little bit about your file setup and what we're going to be working on today?
Yeah. So in the live stream, we are talking about how we're gonna make some desktop and folder icons. So this is like a little preliminary sketch of all my folder icon ideas, and I've gotten like a little color palette for us to choose from. And then I also have this little wallpaper.
Cool.
So as you can see, it's kind of like grocery store themed because
Yes.
I've been into tomatoes recently.
Tomato Girl Summer.
Yeah.
Let's make Tomato Girl Fall thing.
Exactly.
Yep,
Like
yep.
I'm what's it called? I've been working on more apparel work for like the Things Shoe brand, and that includes a tomato hat. So now I was like, I feel like drawing tomatoes, they're just very cute. They're very summer vibes. And so that kind of transitioned into groceries.
Love
And as
it.
you can see, they're kind of like these cute little characters, like these tomatoes on a vine, all the types of like things you would find in a grocery store. And I gave them feet.
Cute, cute. So is this sort of your process? You start off with like the sketch, although your sketches look very nice and neat. So like, did you have a pre-sketch version, or is like this how your brain works?
I did have a pre-sketch just because we are a little limited on time for this live stream, but this is like the initial sketch that I started with, and then as you can see, it's a little more rough. I kind of plan out like how big each icon should be, and then like what exactly they'll look like. Then I put the opacity down and then go over with a fine line.
Got it. Got it.
And then, as you can see, some things change as the process goes, and there's your final line for now. Cool. And usually I do like to have like a nice colored outline. So sometimes depending on like the color palettes that I want to use.
Oh, so you picked out your color palette as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like a nice green, or like maybe depending on.
Pardon. My dog is in the background. Yeah.
How cute.
Yeah, very cute.
I didn't know she snored.
No, she's growling.
Oh, she is?
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of fun to give like a little bit of like color variation in the lines. And then I go in, I started this a little bit.
Interesting. So you are, just to kind of backtrack for the people who might be watching this and aren't familiar, you're going into your line work and you're doing the like lock, lock pixel.
I love clipping.
Clipping mask, yeah. Or transparent pixel option. Yes. Also,
I do like going with another clipping mask.
Carol in the chat says they used to watch Little Mermaid cartoons for the backgrounds. So I think this is a fun exercise. Like maybe if you're watching us live, feel free to share your favorite animated film or like TV show. Because I feel like as artists, a lot of us were inspired by animation. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I remember that growing up, like going to art school, I was really inspired by Big Hero 6.
Oh, yeah.
And like just the concept art design and like how they like developed this whole like San Francisco and all that. And then now I'm in the Bay. So it's just like, it's kind of poetic, you know?
Yeah. So feel free to share. I think mine will probably always be like Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke by Studio Ghibli. Yes. Love it. Okay, so you're in the process of painting. So do you usually always go in with a color palette in mind already? Like
a little bit, yeah.
I like these colors.
Thank you. Yeah. I feel like I'm definitely like a very color forward type of artist, because being a background artist, that's like what I mainly focus on. And I feel like that kind of translated into like Think Shu branding as well. Like recently I redid my studio, and I had like, I started from a color palette and then kind of you know, made that a reality, and everything seems more cohesive. I feel like that's why I do like starting with colors in mind.
Yeah. Got it. Cool.
Yeah, so I'll just like doodle around and get started on some colors. I've got some like fun brushes here from Alice. Today I'm working off of Alice's iPad.
Yes. Cool.
I found this really fun little, what do you call it? Like pixel brush that's got these dots, like Ben-Day dots in the old comics. I feel like that's always a fun texture to work with.
Yes, sorry about this.
No worries.
Cool. So, yep, sorry about this, everyone. Okay. just checking out some audio for you. Okay, cool. So you are adding in sort of like these textures.
Yeah, I love a good texture, which is kind of why like my line work is usually rather scratchy. I feel like it's a lot more fun than just um like a straight line.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's like a really interesting note. Like, how do you know the balance of like how scratchy to make some of your work, like the edges versus like being perfect, you know? Because it's kind of
Yeah.
like it's like being like perfectly imperfect in a
Yeah,
way.
I don't know. I feel like I try to not overthink it too much because then it's like I think
Sorry.
about the perfection.
Yeah, yeah. Right.
No worries. All right. In the meantime, we got some texture on a few of these, and I'm cleaning up the edges just so it's like restrained to just the line work.
Sorry.
Dog delivery.
Dog delivery. We had an upset dog.
She's very sweet.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, feel free to ask any questions to Vicki about their journey as well. But that's something I love talking to you about as your friend too. So
Yeah, I love our conversations about like art and life in general and how like, you know, how we traverse this life and this world as artists.
yes, yes. So maybe you could tell us a little bit about your journey too, of like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt your drawing, but like also,
I get distracted.
yeah, like you went to art school, yeah, art center, which we've also talked about. So yeah, like just I guess broad strokes, like what's been your journey?
Um, I would say my journey kind of started young. I was, you know, just like taking art classes as a kid. My mom put me through a lot of like different types of extracurricular activities. And one of them that really resonated with me was drawing art classes. And when I was graduating middle school, my mom found out about this like local art high school. It's called Loxa when I was in LA. Yeah.
Oh,
It's very interesting too, because I went to Loxa and my girlfriend's a musician and she went to OSHA, which is the Orange
competitor?
County. Yeah,
Oh,
we're
rivals?
revival high schools, which is very interesting. So since I went there, I feel like I discovered more about like my love of art and just wanting to create more and like somehow make that into my career.
Yeah.
And now I'm here and my life is just like drawing cute little tomatoes and you know, sharing my journey with the world in that way.
I love that. And I feel like people, especially creatives watching, might also be curious about how you have like both found the inner confidence. I guess it like just takes a lot of inner like self-belief and the skills with the Z to like I feel like you're kind of like an art content creator in a way, like in a
I
kind of
guess so,
good way.
yeah.
Like you know, with YouTube and you have Patreon, which is the context of what you're creating these desktop icons for.
These are for my lovely patrons, and as a digital download, and they'll be able to enjoy and like put it on their own desktops.
Love that. Yeah. Love that. Yeah, so I think that is also really cool and something I admire about your journey.
Thanks. I feel like I don't know. I'm not entirely sure exactly why I kind of like chose this path at times. I feel like it was just like what type of content and art I was inspired by in the moments too. So I was watching a lot of like art YouTubers like while in college and high school. I was like, this is really cool. Like, why not give it a try?
Why not me? Yeah. Maybe that hopefully that could be a little inspiring for anyone who maybe is watching and thinking about starting a YouTube. Hi to Sita.
Hello.
Yeah, hi to Ashkaful for also joining us, and Paloma, Paloma Dora, and Honey Doodles. Yeah, great to see all of you in the chat. If you're just joining us, basically we're here with Vicki today, who is painting a series of desktop icons and wallpaper. And yeah, they're taking us through the process of like going from this drawing to the sketch to like a final piece.
Yeah. And I'm starting off with my little tomato guy first, and then maybe adding some texture to this guy as well. Let's see, what is a good texture? I feel like a nice like pink goes really well.
I think one cool thing that you're doing is you're like the base colors you're using, like on the tomato, are very warm, but then the like shadows are very cool.
Yeah.
Which is like proper, like that's often that's kind of how it appears. But I think it like looks really cool, especially in this like simplified, flat, like 2D drawing. Like I just feel like it like makes your brain like it just like tickled your brain a little to like see that little like bluish green on the edge of the warm green leaf.
I love playing around with color temperatures. I think that's one like of the funnest things about color design and all that.
Yeah.
That's kind of something like I took away from art school in general. The most is just like, how do we make life more interesting? Because like if you do a still life and be like picture perfect or so, well, how about like play around with the colors? There's a lot of like plein air artists I really like, a lot of gouache artists who like really push the limits of color that are really fun to look at.
Yeah. So that's cool. Yeah. Loma says, ooh, texture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love a good texture.
Yes. I think we're oh, this is the screen. Yeah. Cool. So yes. So just to give some context, some of these brushes that Vicki is using are actually also, I think they're free with Photoshop. They're Kyle's brushes.
Kyle's brushes.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like we're both big fans.
Yes, we are both big fans. So this is just the what is this dot texture called again?
Usually it's kind of called like Band-Aid dots, in like the old school comics.
Yeah, like anime. Yeah.
Like American comics. It's like
how they like superheroes.
What's his name? There's this one iconic artist from that time period. I think Lichtenstein is like the one that kind of popularized it. It was because it was like a type A of like printing method as well to like save ink and, but still give like
screen print is what it's called.
Yeah.
No, not screen print. What is it called?
I think it's similar.
What is this? Yeah, if anyone knows, it's just a simple Google search away, I feel like. If anyone knows what the dot pattern is called, that Vicki is using for the textures, let us know. It's like on the tip of my Band-Aid dots. Halftone. Yes. Thank you, Carol. Yes. Thank you.
They're all like different ways of describing it. Same thing.
Love it.
Yeah, now it's time for a little radish.
Favorite, do you have any favorite vegetables that you're with? Is this sort of also maybe inspiring the art? Like vegetables?
I think so. Like, yeah, actually I did have radishes recently. I saw this like TikTok video. She was sharing about like have a light summer snack, and it was just radish with butter and salt. And honestly, I tried it out. It was not bad. It was like a very interesting snack to have though.
Nice.
I'm trying to be like a little cleaner about how much color I use, because it will be a folder icon and you don't want to have like too much like transparency or so.
Got it.
But still have fun with like textures and stuff. Yeah, and then usually I kind of take out the background just to check that it's like being opaque.
Yes. And then you export them as a PNG?
Yes,
with
less no back.
No back. Cool. Penny says, yay, love letter to the veggies. Yes.
Yeah.
Feel free to share your favorite vegetables.
I definitely
you're in the vegetable gang, vegetable squad.
Yeah, sometimes I have a little less love for the veggies, which is kind of why I'm like drawing this now. I'm like, we didn't do anything wrong. We gotta celebrate them at times. So I'm kind of using the mask, the wand, the magic wand to like yeah, to get just a quick selection of my colors so I could easily
Interesting. So you're painting everything on one layer.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Usually for like larger things, landscapes and stuff, it's not going to be the case.
Okay.
Because it definitely gets like more complicated, and especially for like professionally, we are more required to like do layers so that everything's more clear. But this is like a rather simple little icon, so it's like not too much to like worry about. But if I'm like ever really feeling like I need an extra layer, like, oh, I want to go back and like clean this up, like, oh, I'll probably just like think that out through first and then be like, okay, have another layer and then maybe like combine them down later.
Got it. Got it.
Which is why like I do like having my line layers on a separate layer, just so it's like that's a little clearer. And then redraw it. Yeah, I can redraw it. And then also I can go through and add some
fun. So right now Vicki is changing the color of the line, the stroke. Yes. To answer Ashraful's question of iPad now supporting full Photoshop, yeah, I think there's a Photoshop app that you can use on iPad, but Vicki is actually using iPad as a extended display. So like it's called Sidecar, and they're still technically doing Photoshop on a computer.
Yeah.
Like desktop Photoshop.
I love a good technological advancements.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, this is looking cute. Okay.
It's looking so cute.
And then I forgot that he has some greens, so I'll go back. Let's see, I feel like it's nice to kind of reference like other, since this is like a whole set, it's nice to reference other colors in the whole set so that it feels cohesive. So like this got the same type of greens, and I'll just like transfer that over here.
What would you do if you decided you wanted to change the greens, like the global green color that you're using?
Oh, I actually love kind of using more of like adjustment layers for that. So I'm just kind of like, let's see. So say I want to like warm up everything even more. I might just like maybe right click on this.
Oh, like that?
Oh no, right click clipping mask.
Clipping mask.
Oh, it's an H now. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, that's a
and then just like a clipping mask.
Whoa,
the full color layer. Let's do a little more like that.
Fascinating.
And then I'll go and do like, so let's do a little like that.
Cool.
I might keep that in the end, so I'll turn it off.
I like that.
Now, so I work with the colors, but then it's like nice to have adjustment layers to like kind of unite the palette in the end.
What if you only want that adjustment layer on like the red?
The red, I'll just like kind of go in and select like which.
And then you'll mask that out. Yes. Clever duck. Clever. Love it, love it. Cool. And if you have any questions about Vicki's process, feel free to ask in the chat and I will relay them. Yeah. So cool. I really like cooking with vegetables. I feel like they're easier to quickly cook than like the average meat, like the average fish or something. Ooh, which is like more preparation.
I feel like
cleaning it and
I kind of feel that too. I feel like I've been kind of getting back into like more pasta recently. I don't have a lot of, I don't know, just been more rice.
I never know how long to cook pasta for.
I go until I just keep eating noodles as I go.
Nice.
But yeah, like I've been trying to, I feel like I've been wanting to grow vegetables because I want to incorporate more veggies into my own diet.
I see.
So like a little reminder to myself, like eat more veggies.
What do you think yeah, I guess we're in like August, end of summer, technically. Although San Francisco summer has just begun.
We got like, a few more weeks.
Yeah. Well, we're based in the San Francisco Bay Area. So our summer has been very foggy and misty so
Yeah,
far.
you've been feeling a type of way about it.
Yeah, I've been because I just got back from New York where it's like beautiful. It's like you're drawing. It's like green, leafy,
Yeah.
summer's in the air. And then I got back and it was like so cold and misty. And I was like, what? It's August.
What can this be?
Yeah, but I actually looked it up and it's because the fog layer in San Francisco.
Carl.
Yeah, basically what happens is like the ocean air is cold and then like the air in the land, like where we live is warm, especially like more inland of here. It's warm, like East Bay, even in more inland in California.
Yeah.
So when these two things, like the cold ocean and the warm summer land air meet, then it creates fog. So like the hotter it gets inland, actually the more fog that occurs because there's more of a temperature differential. And then that's why we have less fog and it's actually sunnier here in the fall time because it's cooling down inland. So
I actually did not know that.
The clash is less. So there's less fog that's produced. Yeah. I was so upset about the fog that I looked all this up. So yeah, that's why it's foggy here right now or these days.
I honestly had
Yes, Jacob says Fogus. Yes. Fogus. Fogus is a real
That's
thing.
a great word. It's August, guys.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, so like any fog, any fall, actually, I'm kind of curious, beyond vegetables, do you have any like fall things that you're excited for, whether it's like either personally or artistically, like in terms of your work or like work related things?
So I'm actually gonna be gone from here for most of fall. I'm gonna be going to Japan for an arts residency for 2 months, October and November. And I'm gonna be working on like one set project during that time. And so I'm super excited for all the fall things in Japan.
Exciting.
I feel like Japan really celebrates like the change of seasons, and they have like, especially in like food and like
yes, and they have so many like lovely cultural holidays. I feel like
it'll be a good time.
Like I always see on Instagram, there's like the red fall leaves.
Like
yeah, and I'm never in Japan in the fall, so I'm always just like looking from afar. That sounds really cool. Congrats on the residency.
Thank you. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I haven't like talked too much about it, but I'm like gonna let people know now.
Yeah, you heard it here first, or perhaps second or third.
Yeah, it's been like in the plans for some time now. And I'm actually doing it with another artist friend of mine.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a fun little trip together.
Oh, and I'm excited because Vicki and I are technically going to be like studio mates. Yeah. So I'm joining their studio space in East Bay.
In Helvella.
And we're gonna be like our desks are like in the spaces across from each other. So like we'll be friends.
Yes.
Yeah. Along with a lot of friends, a lot of our friends. So
we're gonna be working alongside each other a lot more these days.
Yes.
I'm really excited. I'm really happy that you're joining Helvella. So congrats.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited too. It's somewhat contingent, and I feel like dog owners will understand. It's somewhat contingent on how well my dog Mochi integrates with the rest of the studio because there's a cat there. But hopefully that will be soon. And yeah, new studio.
New studio.
Yes, I'm actually really curious because this is something I've been thinking about a lot, and I know that well, we've talked about this a lot, is like creative community. But I'm really curious, like for people who are watching who do creative work in any capacity, whether it's like full-time, part-time, or just for fun, like on the side. Like, where do you find your creative community? Do you have an external space where you do your work? Is it online? Very, very curious. Also, I love what you're doing, which is you're turning off the stroke layer
Mm.
because I feel like even the underpainting is like really cool looking. That's so
Yeah.
cool looking. No?
Sometimes I do find it fun to just have like a no line art.
Yeah, I like that so much.
I think, yeah, turning off the layer makes me think like I want to do that more often.
Mhm.
But it's fun to have like a guide and then like
Yeah.
have that as the end product. But for today, I really like, I don't know, the line work really adds to the cutesiness of it. So
Mhm.
that's how I'm gonna be operating. Continue. I forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, I think I'm actually gonna play with some transparency. Because this is like a jar of jam.
Uh-huh.
I was like, maybe the glass could be transparent and we could see like how that turns out, the end product. But yeah, I do love community within the arts. It's like really nice to be like in the studio space, a collective studio, because then it's not only like you working within that space, it's kind of like you know how like co-working really helps a lot?
Yeah.
It's like co-working like that every day.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that too, because even if you don't talk with your studio neighbors, there's still an energy that you can feel. Like even if you're not even speaking.
Yeah, Alice came over to the studio before joining to kind of like do a little trial run. It was a really good time. I was like,
Yeah,
I was rather productive that day too.
Yeah. I finished everything. I had a list of like 7 things. I finished 6 of them. So
nice.
yes.
We love to hear it.
Yes. Hi to RB, who also says Carl is a common thing.
Yeah.
Yep, Carl
Hello,
is very
RB.
common.
We do love Carl. And if anyone doesn't know, Carl is the name of our fog.
Yes.
Love a good fog. And sometimes when I do the liner, I'm kind of just winging it. I'm just doing however much color I want.
I love it.
Typically, I kind of stay with like one color for a liner, but I thought it'd be cute today to kind of just do like
I love it. Yeah.
a rainbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, some artists that I admire really do kind of just go out of the bounds with color and just go full force, you know? Matt Forsyth is like a
Oh yeah, I have some of their stickers.
Yeah, he's very cool. I love how expressive he is with colors. It just feels like so much rainbow and love into all the pieces.
That's so cool.
Yes. All right, let's see.
So how many icons are in this set total?
Let's see. I forgot. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 17. I'm thinking about doing another one of these crates right here. I guess I'll color this now. Since these some of these are a little bit simpler than others, and I was thinking about these icons within the space of the background. Let me group these all up for now. Here's my rough sketch of the background, and then here's the finished. But yeah, I really like thinking about backgrounds in this way where it's very interactive with where you can put the folders. So as you can see, this is an empty shelf, and then you can populate it with all the groceries. Yeah. And then you got like a little like checkout bunny, and then this is his store or something. Yes. Yeah.
So for those who have never customized their like desktop in this way, could you explain what this is?
I think it's just like another way to customize to your desire and like express more of your personality. It's usually you just have like the typical blue folder or so on Mac. And you could just replace that with any image that you like, and then it'll just show up as an image with like, the name of the folder underneath.
Yeah. So just imagine your desktop like wallpaper. Yeah. It's like a random picture or like abstract thing. So it could be like this wallpaper that Vicky's designing right now, which is a grocery store. Yeah. And then you can change all of your icons, like the photo icon, even the trash can icon.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe not. I'm just naming examples.
I think you might be able to.
I think so, because I think I've seen a lot of customized desktops and I never see just a normal trash can.
I actually don't even have my trash can on.
Or like your like disk or something.
Oh yeah.
Or your folder, like you're saying, and you can change that from the default like
Yeah.
Mac or PC like folder, like system folder icon to like anything you want basically, including one of these lovely icons that we keep drawing. Yeah. So you can change your folder icon into like a tomato. And then you can then you can drag the icon onto the shelf.
Then it's like you're stocking up your own grocery store.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
I love it too.
Yeah. I feel it's kind of similar, like in the spot in my brain that like this is mapping to. It feels similar to like customizing your keyboard.
Ooh,
in a way.
Yeah.
It's like you're changing this boring thing.
May I show the keyboard?
Yeah.
I'm using Alice's keyboard and it's very pretty. It's like one of my first times using a mechanical keyboard, which is why I'm kind of like like clicking away here, but it's very cute. I feel like it's just so fun to like have custom things in life, like decorate up your life more.
It's just the delights of life.
If I can,
yeah. Oh yes, please share.
My iPad on the side because I'm working on Alice's iPad, but I love decorating.
Love it. Stickers land.
It is, you know, just it makes life so much more enjoyable.
Yes, a life of art, a life of creativity.
And it's also nice because it's like supporting other artists too in their own crafts, because I make a lot of stickers and I like to support like a lot of my friends who make a lot of stickers. So yeah,
I love it. Yes.
Yeah, I was at like what's it called? I do a lot of tabling in person, which I think I'm finding a lot of joy in recently. And oftentimes we go out and get like dinner afterwards, after the event to celebrate. And I remember one time we all had portable battery packs so that we can like for tabling to vend and stuff, and every one of our battery packs were covered in stickers. We took a little photo. It was really cute. So yeah, it's nice to like kind of share that love of like decorating as well.
Yes, I totally agree. It's kind of like, I think maybe how people feel about like fashion, like wearing something you really like. Yeah, but I like that it's like outfitting your you're like typically boring desktop possessions or office accessory. Yeah, Penny says they think it's easier to change the icons in a Mac PC if they remember correctly. And Ashram says on PC you just convert the PNG into an ICO file and then you can customize the icon that way. And I'm sure there's a lot of more in-depth tutorials online as well.
It's rather simple, I would say. I'm more versed in the Mac version because I'm a little Mac guy myself. So I like being like in the know of how to do different processes for different systems.
Yeah.
Little bok choy.
Love the bok choy. Love the bok choy.
I kind of got inspired by you.
Oh,
yeah, because I was thinking like, what's which vegetables and fruits do I want to draw?
Everyone loves. I feel like many Asians love the choy vegetable family.
It's a good shape too. It's good shape, like silhouette wise.
Yeah. I'm tufting a bok choy rug right now.
Oh, you are? Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
And then also Penny said, yay, stickers. And the keyboard is from my friend Susan Lin, aka Mint Laudica. She was actually on Adobe Live. She was on my doodle therapy show like 2 years ago. And we also designed a custom keyboard, or we're working on design a custom keyboard in that stream. So if you're curious about like what goes into like the process of ideating, sketching, and concepting a custom keyboard, you check that out. Just Google Susan Lin. But yeah, I think the whole mechanical keyboard customization, like movement during the pandemic was also really fun because we were all like inside and working from home. Yeah, it was nice to have a little spark in a typically mundane form factor.
I feel like that happened a lot with like all forms of art as well, because that definitely happened within like sticker making and like print stationery type of thing. A lot of people got inspired to like start up their own shops and, like,
love that.
Yeah, it was very interesting to see.
Yeah.
good time to like turn back to creativity, like
I think
despite everything going on.
I think this would be a really cute sticker sheet. Speaking of stickers, no?
I might do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
you're putting so much work into it.
Oh, it would be
Wouldn't
such
that
a
be
cute
so
sticker
cute?
sheet. You're right.
Especially like transparent, and then you could like put it in your notebook and stuff. Like I made a tomato thing.
I actually just made a transparent sticker sheet. It's gonna be coming in the mail soon.
Ooh, I love transparent sticker
Yeah, but it's
sheets.
my first time making transparent sticker sheet, and I want to get into like making more sticker sheets in general, just because like I don't know, something about sticker sheets just
The
tickles my
serotonin.
brain. Yeah,
The unit of serotonin.
the unit.
That's produced every time I like take a sticker. Yes. Shalini says they're obsessed with how cute these are, even before they're done. Yes, everyone agrees. They're so cute.
I'm glad people are enjoying.
Yes. Oh, and thanks to Jack for referencing the stream that I was talking about with Susan. You can check that out. Check out Susan's awesome work.
That'll be very fun to check out.
Yes.
Ooh, it's a little too bright. Sometimes I kind of just mess around with the colors. Like, I don't know.
I like that. Yeah.
Would you say it's like, I feel like I kind of go off of like intuition of like, this is good.
Yeah.
Bad vibes.
Yeah.
Would you say you're kind of like the same?
I think so, especially with color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun thing to
It's
work
just
with.
the feels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do also love like as creatives, we just love color.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, cool. I like these colors that you're choosing.
Thanks. This
Yeah.
is like the hat that I'm doing, so I'm basically kind of drawing it again. But I really like the idea of like 3 tomatoes on a vine, and they're like trying to get along.
They're different like happiness levels.
Happiness levels. They're like a traffic light.
Color. Oh my gosh. I feel like I can't really pinpoint why, but this feels very you. Like it feels very Vicki.
I'm glad.
Like you in your studio, you have those 3 icons that you painted on the wall. If you don't know what I'm talking about, which is probably everyone, because like I'm referencing something only you and I and a few other people have seen.
I think we could
check out
the Instagram.
Yeah, I was gonna say check out Vicki's Instagram. Vicki recently posted their art studio.
Yeah.
And I'm referring to these 3 little doodads that Vicki painted.
Yeah, it's like my little one of my like brand icons, I guess. This is what I was talking about earlier about like cohesiveness with color. I was like, I'm gonna go with these colors because I feel like this kind of represents me as an artist. And then I just put it into my studio as a whole.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love the green.
Yeah, I love my brain in making that logo because if you look closely, the tulip is a V and then the pansy flower is an X. And those are my initials.
Yeah.
Then back to drawing.
So
yeah, I do feel like there are color palettes that I tend to like gravitate towards more. And this is kind of one of them.
Love it. Oh, I love this like neonish highlight that you've got going.
Yeah.
Also, like tickles my brain in this like lovely way.
Do you feel like I feel like neon green has been trending a lot?
Oh, I don't think I'm in that. Maybe Brat.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Brat, the Charlie XCX album.
Like before Brat came out, I feel like there were like kind of trend reports about like what colors are going to trend. And like this type of like neon green, I guess like a little bit more like this or so.
Oh, interesting. But it feels like childhood, like Y2K-ish.
Yeah, like there were trend reports.
Oh, that's nice.
This trending. So
yeah,
it's interesting to see in real life.
That is fascinating. I was actually talking to my friend about this for ceramics recently.
Oh,
we feel that. So I'm a ceramicist in addition to being an illustrator. And we're actually in my kiln room right now. So like, the kiln is right next to us. It's not on, don't worry. And we were talking about how I feel like metallic glazes are like very in. There's this chrome glaze that everyone is loving called palladium.
Oh, I've heard about that too.
Yeah, everyone's like loving like just an ordinary, like imagine this mug, but it's like bright chrome silver. So it's kind of interesting because like we were just talking about that. It's like bright chrome silver look. And then you're saying it's like bright neon look
Yeah.
is trending.
Is
So
that
they're
like
similar, I feel. Similar. They're very like bright and like loud. Like they're definitely accents. Yeah.
I think it really like shows kind of like what the times are, like like we see trends in fashion, we also see trends in like all types of art, especially like ceramics and everything else. Like
yeah. I think it's fun to play into and also just remind yourself of like what you personally like.
Yeah.
Because I remember, I don't know if coquette is still a trend, like the bows, but I remember people being like, this was always a trend for me. Like I've always loved bows, where it's like the girlies in Asia have been on this trend for like a decade. Yes. Jacob says Adobe Live is brat. Oh, that's really funny.
I love that. Love that for us. Yeah, love these three guys. Oh, let's go on to some green onion now. Yeah, it's very interesting to see like what is trending within art, and it's like, do I hop onto this trend or do I like what like resonates with me as an artist? But I guess like the trend for me that I'm really resonating with is tomatoes.
Yes.
I feel like we both relate to
I love tomatoes.
Loving tomatoes and green onions.
I love green onion. I'm also making a green onion rug, but it's not as cute as yours.
What?
Rug tufting, I recently learned. Oh, so I recently got into rug tufting as like a side hobby, and you're really limited by the color of yarn that is available in the store, unless you like really get a custom one. But like, trying to like not go down the rabbit hole too much here. So like you just go to Joann's and stuff. Yeah. And like for example, they don't have that many types of green. There's like I think I have like light green, medium green, dark green, and like really dark green.
I've also gone into like crocheting and stuff. I feel like it was harder to find like the specific type of greens I like, but also it might just be due to me because my favorite color is green. I'm not wearing any green today.
I like green too.
Yeah, this is like I would say this is more yellow, but you can count this as like the muddiest green possible. But like I think I might be a little too specific about like what type of greens I like.
Like I think this neon, like the tomato that you drew, like you probably only be able to find one of those greens. Yeah. In the Joann's that's near my house, like maybe just one neon green, but not like a bright neon, light neon green, dark neon green, like cool neon green. So yeah, so my it's like just more looking.
No, I love that though. I think it's like kind of fun to figure out how to like push the limits when you are more limited.
Constrained. Yeah. Other constraints. I'm definitely getting very inspired by like the way you're drawing these like vegetables with so much character.
Thanks. I don't know. I feel like okay, so this kind of started out I'm gonna go back to Instagram actually. Before when I was doing a bit more ceramics, I for some reason really loved making these guys with feet. Everything just had feet. That's my like first tomato guy from last summer.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's so cute. That's so cute.
Thank you. I don't know, something about like tomatoes ripening. It's kind of fun to see like them growing. It's very sweet just to know that like the tomatoes were all growing as well day by day.
Oh, yeah.
I made like a little house guy and early. The year prior to the tomato year. Wow, this was a while ago. I forgot how long ago I drew. There it is, my little tomato.
Oh yeah,
juice carton. Which I was trying to make like a series of these, but I haven't gotten around to it. I feel like it's kind of hard to like juggle all the different types of like art hobbies that you have. But one day I kind of want to go back because I wanted to do, I think I told you about this a while ago, but I wanted to do this guy and then a larger carton of OJ. And then you know how like on milk cartons back in the day, they had like missing. So like on the larger one, I'll have like have you seen my boy like missing? And then the smaller carton is the missing guy.
That's so funny. Have you seen my boy?
But yeah, something about characters with big booties and like little legs. They're just like little guys. I love how they're just like hanging out.
So cute. So cute. I can relate to like having so many hobbies, and you have your like, top first tier hobby, second tier hobby, third tier hobby. Like
Yeah.
you visit every quarter.
Yeah.
If you have, okay, I'm actually curious. I'm gonna throw this to the chat. If you have a creative side project that you've been either thinking about, maybe you haven't started yet, or you're slowly working on it, please feel free to share in the chat. Would love to hear and encourage everyone.
Yeah, I would love to hear as well.
Yeah.
I feel like hobbies are so crucial, like kind of just thinking about things that don't have to be like fully career wise, you know.
Yeah, just tickling your brain.
Just tickling your brain. Yeah. I love kind of just like jumping around. And I feel like going back to like COVID, it really helped just like let people dive into things that they otherwise wouldn't have.
True. Yeah.
Oh, guy. Maybe I kind of want to give some of them blush. And I feel like so with like a decision like this, I'm not as confident. I will go in with another layer.
Oh, I was just gonna ask. Yeah, we were just talking about this with you earlier in the stream, where they were saying for this piece, they're drawing everything on one layer. But yeah, it's cool. Oh, I love that orange blush.
Yeah, I feel like
That's very nice.
Little blush that like goes more with their color palette.
You're so productive, so fast. How long would you estimate, like, or how long would you personally want to spend on sticker set and desktop wallpaper like this for your Patreon?
I'm not sure.
Or like anticipate.
I don't know. I've been kind of more on like my journey of getting out of burnout and trying not to continue burning out.
Yeah.
So I've been more focused on like just getting myself to draw more than kind of thinking about like how long things take. I definitely think in this period of time for me, I've been taking longer for things just because I'm just getting like back into the game, you know? But ideally, I don't know. I feel like I kind of noodle around at things for like a day or so. And then it's like see how things go from there.
Yeah. And again, I love how you're adding in that lighter, cool shadow right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, I definitely was kind of like going into this more with just like a simple, like more like these guys, like color blocked. And then I got very inspired.
That's so cool.
Now everything is like getting more painterly.
No, I love it. It looks really good.
I'm definitely having fun with these brushes.
If I were your patron, I'd be like, oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, I hope my patrons will like it. I love providing for them and just like, I don't know, they keep me motivated and inspired, and I'm glad that I can like be doing this because of them.
Are you open to talking about burnout?
Yeah, okay. I am. I don't know. I feel like right now it's a hard time to like be like to define exactly like when burnout starts and stops. Now I'm like, I've been talking about it for some time. I feel like I've kind of gotten over like the depressive humps a little bit more, and I've been drawing more frequently. So I feel like there's like steps in the right direction. But I don't know, for me, I feel like I've been on this journey of figuring out burnout for like most of my professional career now, because ever since coming out of what's it called, art college, I went into working full time, and then just like from graduating I had like a month, and then I went straight into the workforce. Got it. So I was like, and then that was right when COVID happened, that like I had a like 1.5 month period of like regular working, and then COVID happened. So it was a very interesting like transition. Yeah. So I got kind of used to working really hard, like having type of like a workaholic mindset of like rise and grind or so. And that was in 2020, and I feel like since then I been trying to like strive for that level of productivity and work since, but realizing like, wait, thank you. Like realizing like, wait, this isn't the healthiest, you know?
Right.
And since then I've been having animation gigs like on and off. Usually typically they're around like 6 months contracts, like working 40 hours a week. So I'd be like doing that while also trying to do like my own things at the same time. So each year it was like 6 months, a lot of work. And then after my gig ends, burnout. And then like coming back from it and then back to the 6 months.
Okay.
And then it was like this cycle that I've been repeating. My last gig was like in March, where I was really feeling it. I've been kind of dealing with some more hand pains recently and trying to just like be more gentle with myself these days and like know, like define like what productivity is like for me and like what is defined as like healthy for me. And I think I'm still kind of on that journey. But just yeah, I don't know. Burnout is a tricky one.
Yeah. What is like, if can I ask, like, what is your experience of like feeling burnout?
Feeling burnout,
Like when you're in it, like,
yes.
can you do work if you push
No,
yourself, or it's like just done? Like, no work.
It's definitely a rather tough feeling because it's like I like really want to, you know, I want to do things, but it's like this kind of shame that I don't want to like fully perpetrate or like continue on.
Yeah.
But like I feel like a lot of artists are like hard on themselves rather than like other people.
For sure.
So
You're hard
it's,
on yourself and
yeah.
others. Yeah.
So it's like this feeling of like, oh, why can't I like I'm already so privileged in life to be doing like something creative.
Yeah.
It's like why can't I, like I'm just saying all these things in my head, like why can't I like just continue, just draw your things, you know?
Sure.
But then I had to learn like, why am I beating myself over this? Like it's not gonna get me further. It's not gonna get me back into drawing if I like shame myself into doing it.
It's like you're feeling the secondary, like negative feelings.
It's that like inner critic,
and
then also like
then feeling bad about having inner critic, then feeling bad. And
it's all a spiral,
yeah.
But yeah, definitely I would say like burnout feels like some of the lowest points in life. It I would say it's like tied to like my mental health journey as well. Just like figuring out how to be like my own boss and all that.
Interesting.
Well, like being my own boss, but still being like kind to myself and like giving myself days off and you know?
Yeah. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think I personally have experienced burnout that much since I quit my one and only job like 10 years ago. Almost 10 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Definitely felt burnout there when I was there. But I think I feel like a version of this, which is like extreme resistance to sharing my work.
Oh,
yeah. I don't have an issue with making it or like constantly just like being a little busy bee, like on my own, you know.
That definitely shows up for me as well. Just like when I forget sometimes, it's like, oh, this is my job. I should post more about like what I'm doing or like film more or do whatever. There's always that feeling of like I could do more. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, 3 weeks go by. It's like, oh, maybe I should share something. You know?
Yeah.
Burnout definitely shows up like that as well.
I see.
I'm really liking how things are turning out.
It looks really good. I like how painterly it looks.
Me too. Sometimes when I don't have like a clear section that I can section off, I go back to the line layer and then just do a little bit more sectioning like that.
Oh.
I'm also like when I work in Photoshop, I am rather loud with my clicks, so apologies.
Clucking.
Yeah, if it's too loud for people.
I feel like this is the real studio experience, you know?
Definitely.
Like if you've ever sat next to someone who has a click clacky keyboard, it's really and they're typing.
Yeah, all right, let's see what else. I think I'm gonna work on this little.
I like that you did the vegetables first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking about having them as like all veggie series, but then I decided like let's do a little basket of strawberries.
Cute. Yeah.
We'll work on these two now.
So cute. Love it.
At first it was going to be veggie series only, and then it turned into what about all groceries? Oh yes.
Yeah. We've got about 20, 25-ish, like half an hour left on our stream. So if you have any questions to ask Vicki about the process so far or what we've been talking about with creative life, burnout, feel free to ask away in the chat.
Yeah.
And also just want to shout out your socials. You are at Vicki Xu on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm at Alice Lee.
I am Vicki Xu on all platforms. So.
Nice, nice.
Love the consistency.
Love it.
Also because I don't know, it's like hard to come up with like artist names and artist tags.
I know. I've just been by Alice Lee for like 10 years, so I just don't really want to change it at this point. But yeah, part of me is like, I wonder if I could have been like Studio Mochi or something.
Oh,
Cafe Mochi
or
Mochi. Something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That'd be very cute.
Some of our friends have creative names. Like my friend Amy is Sailor HG, so it's like Sailor Mercury.
Oh, I didn't know that's what it meant.
It's nerdy because it's like
HG
Mercury.
That's really cute.
Isn't that cute?
I didn't know that. I was like, what does HG stand for?
Yeah.
If I used my brain more.
Or our friend Sarah is Goyangi.
Oh yeah,
which is like cat. Yeah,
Korean. I like Sudi's name a lot. Sudi Bear. Yeah. So Sudi's full name is like it's a play on her full name. So it sounds very similar.
Got it.
So yeah, it's very cute. One time, Sudi is also our studio mate who is starting up her store.
Or Faith, our friend Faith is Calculator.
Yeah, that's how Faith and I bonded because both our artist names are like related to our last names. So like my name actually came randomly out of like this guy in high school. I remember in like math class, he would always be like, "Thanks, Xu."
Oh my god! And then, you should tell him. Does he know?
No, I don't think so.
Tell him.
I haven't like been in contact, but that'd be really funny.
Yeah. Thanks to Jack for sharing Vicki's and mine Instagrams. My friend Lauren is Plum Sweet Plum.
Oh.
Lauren and Amy were also on Doodle Therapy in the past as well.
Very fun.
Yeah.
Got a little carton of something. It could be a little mystery juice, whatever you want it to be.
It looks like apple juice.
What else? Strawberry. Yeah, I haven't really done a lot of painterly stuff recently, so this has been really fun. I'm just gonna start out with like a baseline color.
So I think it's pretty interesting that once you drew the lines, you didn't really change the lines that much.
No, yeah, I'm definitely more in the phase of like, okay, color, just like think about the color.
So you're pretty committed, like once you put the
down. I would say so.
Yeah, because I think one reason why I've personally not done line is because my line composition just ends up. I'll draw it as I go, and then it just ends up getting really complex, like in a not like dense, not good way, not intentional way. So that's very interesting. Like maybe I'll try that next. And it's like a kind of inspiring thing of like just doing the line first.
Yeah.
Committing to the composition of the line and like leaving it there and not like continuously adding as I like paint for example.
I think it definitely helps when the thing that you're working on depending on how complex the image itself is, like because I think I don't know, that feels like it's more of like a mental barrier type thing.
Yeah, it could be, yeah. Like you're just worm pulling, like spiraling
Yeah,
too complexly.
because I've been doing a lot more like fan art stuff for tabling events. I've been doing like anime conventions and like other craft fair types. So the fan art I do is like I'm trying to like level it up more. Recently I did like a Muka piece, like Muka inspired piece.
Oh, I think you showed me, but I don't know. I'm not familiar with this
Muka is like a so the show was an anime, it's Dungeon Meshi. But I took the two of like the girl leads and made a nice vampire out of them because they're very gay.
Okay.
And
I think I saw that. Yeah.
yeah, and I wanted it to be kind of like Alphonse Muka like, if you know the artist. Very inspirational. I feel like everyone really like that's one of the icons, the legends out there, you know. Um, and that piece took me so long, but that Alphonse Buka is like more line based. So I was just like taking my sweet time with it. And because it was so focused on line and so like detail oriented, I definitely was like getting in my head more about like, oh, gotta change this, gotta change this. But because this one's so much like these are just tiny little guys, I'm just like, okay, let's just color it in.
It's true. As icons, you want it to be more readable.
Yeah.
And yeah.
But yeah, I feel like at times there is like a mental barrier to like what you're drawing or so. Yeah. And that like affects how long you take or like what the output is.
Totally. Totally.
Little strawberry guys.
Oh, I love the strawberries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Mochi likes them too.
Yeah. If anyone has a little dog who you work from home with, you can really, but I think she's actually my dog just let out a little bark, but I think she's sleeping and she's chasing something in her sleep. I don't think she's barking in real life.
So cute. Should do that often.
I think maybe if she's having like yeah, some once in a while. So sometimes she'll be sleeping and she'll be like moving her legs like she's sleeping. Yeah. Do cats do that?
I think
do cats sleep?
Yes, they sleep a lot. When she's one time my cat was like one time I think he was having like a nightmare. It was kind of like, oh, I was like,
sometimes I'll wake my dog up if it looks like she's having too like scary of a dream. Yeah. But maybe you can never tell. Like maybe they're running really fast because they're chasing something and they're happy.
And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I prevented you
from this wonderful dream. Yeah.
I was like, oh, I thought you were having a nightmare.
Oh, I love what you're doing with these like little highlight washes.
Thanks. Yeah. I really like this brush. It's the drawing brush.
Nice. Yes, I did something weird like years ago when so I think the brushes you're using are in my folder called Alice's Favorites or something. Yeah. And I renamed all of my brushes to like describe what I would literally do with them. So like drawing or like thin line scratchy or something.
I think that helps, honestly.
But one problem is I can just never trace the origin of them. Oh, if I want to refer a friend to them. So yeah.
That's why sharing is caring.
Alessandra, thank you. Alessandra says, oh, this looks great. All caps. Great. Awesome. Thank you, Alessandra. I agree. It looks really lovely. I love how you explore so many tones within the same like color.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely got more inspired with this setup as well. It's like, let me just get into it, you know?
Yeah.
Because my plan was definitely a lot more simplified, but now I'm having like a lot of fun. And then just to make things easier, I'm just gonna select the lines and then go back to my color layer and then fill in.
So 2 quick questions about if you make this into a sticker sheet. One, do you ever prototype your stickers? Like, will you print them out just to like see what they look like before sending it off? Just curious.
I feel like I would like to more so, but I'm kind of it does like bite me in the butt at times. I try to see like the size in real life, just like measure like, oh, this is gonna be like
like
estimated this big.
Yeah,
or like put a ruler.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I feel like it definitely is a good way to just like proofread the products that you're making. Typically I work with like menus,
Yeah.
and they give you like a proof, especially with like sticker sheets, because there's like more going on with like cut lines and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that is definitely something I want to like implement more into my practice.
How do you know how many stickers or products like the scarf you made or the hat you're making to order?
I would say it's kind of just like testing the waters. I do a lot of because I do a lot of in-person tabling events, I'm able to like kind of see how like gauge how the public like likes this product or so. And unfortunately, I feel like part of like burnout that has been affecting me is me opening up my online shop. I haven't in some time now. And that's kind of like my next goal in this year.
Oh,
why do you think it's
why do you think that's related to your burnout, your creative burnout?
I think it's like, let me go back to it. Let's see. Is it related? I don't know. I think it's like going back to like saying it's like a mental block. Like this is what I was doing now before, and now I am being lazy and like not as productive. Yeah. So those are like the thoughts in my head. But it's like, oh man, I gotta first like move forwards without like having this type of mentality first. And I think that's what's been preventing me more so. And then now it's just now that I've been feeling better, been better with like my mental health and life in general, I feel like I'm more able to like come back to it stronger, and like, I just want to like present my best self. And opening up the shop is kind of a big thing. I don't want to like disappoint people. I don't want to not put out my best. So it's taken some time, but I feel like I'm getting there where I want to like be consistent. Got it. And show up consistent.
Cool. I love that for you.
Yeah, thanks.
Alessandra said they just got strawberries to the farm. Got it.
Oh,
that's the best.
Farm.
The very best.
That is really. Oops. Wrong layer.
It's like when you drive down from SF to LA on the road trip, and then there's always these like little farms between. I always like stopping by and cherries or something.
I always like think about stopping. And then I drive by too fast. I'm like, oh, why?
Oh, yeah. You definitely have to be like, I'm going to stop.
Yeah, you have to like commit.
Yeah. It's like too sudden. Like,
it's like, okay, I'll go to the next one. And then it's like, wait, this was not open.
Yeah.
It's a fun little time though. Nice. All right.
Love it. Looking good.
Thanks. Like, maybe we should turn one into an icon then.
Oh, on my computer?
Yeah, or if not,
sure. Continue. I don't know what's on my desk.
Okay, no worries. You don't have to then, but
if you would like to turn one of these into an icon on your own computer,
yes,
you can do so by becoming a patron of Vicki's on their Patreon.
That's right.
And then this will be a reward in an upcoming Patreon month.
And it also comes with instructions, so it's so you know how to do it.
So cute. This one's
an easy one. I was thinking with like this more simpler designs, like these milk carts. It's kind of nice to just have multicolored ones, so you have even more options to go with. So maybe this one's just like pink.
Cute.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so clever. So you just selected the inverse of the the interior of the stroke.
So what I do is like I go to my line layer. Let's see which one. else? The spread basket. Maybe I'll do the
Magic wand.
magic wand.
Select the interior.
The inside of the line. Then I go back down to my fill layer. Fill it with
Clever. So clever.
Here we go. And then you know, because it's a scratchy line, it will miss some parts. So I'll just like fill it in like that.
Oh, okay.
Or like color it in
Yeah.
color. But this is like just getting you know, all that filled first so that it's not outside of the line.
Yeah. Ooh, something I do to like if there's what's the word? Like the jitter between the like selection and the stroke is I like expand it by like 1 pixel.
That's very smart. I love that. And you get like cleaner selections like that.
It's just like you expand the selection a little bit. So even if it's off, the expansion is behind the line. Yeah.
So smart.
Oh, thank you.
I love learning things from people, you know. Like that's what I love about like community and art is just like being able to share knowledge.
Yeah,
too. Man, I am getting hungry.
Oh, me too. I think it's because you're drawing.
I know, yeah.
Things.
It definitely makes me
hungry.
I'm gonna eat you. Oh, my stomach. All right. To the line work now. I feel like if I were to do more fruit for this, I would do watermelon.
Oh, I love watermelon.
You love watermelon?
That's my favorite fruit. Yeah. I own a domain for watermelon.cafe.
You do?
Yeah. It used to be my blog.
A flex.
Yeah. I don't know what to do with it. Maybe I'll reconnect my blog or something. Yeah.
How do you like blog?
I love blogging. I just stopped because I was like, I don't know, pandemic and I fell off. But I really like blogging, actually. I've like had some form of a semi-public blog since like 10th grade.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Back in the Tumblr days. It was Tumblr, then I went to WordPress, then back to Tumblr, and then Tumblr for a long time, up until like 2020. And then Notion. But I don't think Notion's very well suited for blogging.
I see.
Yeah.
I feel like it's really it like shows in how you like share with the world, you know, and I think it's really nice.
Thanks. Oh, hi to Christina who's joining us from New York.
Hello.
She says everything is so cute.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, we're drawing groceries.
Groceries. Where do you get your groceries from?
I love Trader Joe's.
I love Trader Joe's too. I get from Trader. Okay, let's discuss Trader Joe's. In the chat, feel free to join in if you're also a Trader Joe's fan or B passionate about equally passionate about like another local grocery store. I really like they have we can have some later right after this if you want. They have the frozen kimbap.
I haven't tried it.
It's viral and it's like the frozen, it's like Korean sushi. It's like my butchered way of like describing it. It's like vegetarian sushi. It's really good. It's frozen and you just put it in the microwave with like a corner cut off for like 90 seconds and it's like really, really good. And whenever I go to Trader Joe's, it always says limit 2 per household.
Wow, it's like the sriracha. That's the same thing when sriracha.
Oh, really?
Its own like fiasco where they like. I think like the pepper company that they
their pepper supplier. Yeah.
We're like refusing to work with them or something, and it's like okay, no one has sriracha. There was no brand name sriracha for like a few months.
That's so interesting. I recently connected with actually thanks to Christina, I recently connected with some folks at this company called Mochi. For sponsoring my box workshop. It's like a fizzy drinks company.
Oh, yeah.
It's really, really good. And they were telling me like for yuzu, because there's all these yuzu, which is like not lemon, but it's like similar to lemon. But like yuzu is always in demand in the US because there's like major tariffs or something on like importing it.
Really?
And then there's just like one guy who was like, all right, well, I'm going to make like a ton of the yuzu empire. And he's like one of the only domestic yuzu farms. Yeah, so that's what the
great.
sriracha thing reminds me of.
Dang. Yeah, so it's very interesting to know like the supply and demand of
Yeah,
what types of
specialty
food.
items. Yeah. What are your Trader Joe's foods?
Snack.
Snacks.
I had a phase where I just like keep buying like the pizza dough and like
Oh,
bake pizza.
nice, nice. With like marinara sauce?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they say like, is there a difference between pizza sauce and marinara?
I have no idea.
I
have
don't
no idea.
either.
Yeah. Love it. We're gonna make a flatbread.
Ooh.
Focaccia. Yeah. So we've got about 5 minutes left in our stream.
Ooh.
So yeah, it's been really fun. And if you know you're joining us now or somewhat recently, Vicki has been making desktop icons for her Patreon, for their Patreon. Desktop icons and wallpaper. So you can place those things on your desktop. And because it's food related or like grocery store,
We're really hungry.
and it's almost lunchtime because we're in San Francisco. We've been talking about grocery stores.
I know. I did this to myself. I'm like, oh, I'm hungry. I'm gonna draw some food, and that makes me even hungrier.
Yeah. I like Trader Joe's for like the basics, and then there's a Japanese store called Marukai near my parents' house.
Oh yeah.
And I like getting like
Asian
stuff.
I think you took me there when we were in like SJ.
Oh yeah. Yeah. They have like onigiri. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
oh,
so good.
When I was living in East Bay, I still go a lot because our studio is in East Bay and my girlfriend and a lot of my friends are there. So I'm like cross SF East Bay, like every week. But I really like Berkeley Bowl. It's
yeah, I like Berkeley Bowl.
It is a pretty bougie, I would say. It's like the equivalent of like Whole Foods.
Oh, it's that expensive?
Yeah, it's pretty expensive,
Dang,
but it's like a nice experience. But they have really good onigiri.
Oh,
yeah, which is not too bad.
In SF, there's like Whole Foods, and then there's like the neighborhood super expensive stores like Buy Right.
Oh, I keep hearing about
so expensive, but it's like if you buy an apple, it's like perfect apple, but it's like $8.
It's good for like the special occasion,
Yeah. Or feel like really hungry.
It's also like there's a Buy Right near Dolores, and everyone loves going to
really
Dolores.
Yeah. So we've got just a few minutes left on our stream. But yeah, maybe do you mind like kind of having an overview of what you worked on today, and maybe like what would you work on next in this?
So these are all the icons that I got to finish. I'm definitely gonna do a little bit more cleanup and like finish these rest of the ones, especially this like loaf of bread. I really like this guy. It's kind of just like judging all the other veggies because he's like, I'm a bread.
Yeah.
And then so I'm gonna, let's see, after this, I'm gonna be working on the background where all of the little groceries will be residing. So imagine
cute friends.
Hello.
Oh, what are you trying to
do? To combine them.
Oh, I have changed some of mine.
Oh,
but yeah.
What was the command E?
Do you want to combine them down?
Yeah.
Okay,
so just this group.
Which one? Well, maybe we'll just imagine.
Yeah, imagine them on the shelf. We'll just do a little bit of this. Like it'll just be like put wherever you like. Yeah. You can stock up your shelves and this is like your little grocery store. Oh. And then I put like a little bunny guy. He's like he's the cashier. He's got a tip jar. And then in like good fashion, because I was doing a lot of like leafy veggies, I was like, let's make it very houseplant based. I don't know. I feel like it's always nice to kind of just dress up illustration with houseplants.
Yeah, love it. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us here, Vicki, today. Of course. It's been really fun to get to chat with you about your journey, your creative process, where you're at, where you've been, and also all the while you very productively got through painting so many of these icons.
Yeah, it felt like very nice. I was definitely like really getting into it. Like, thanks for having me. Thanks for hosting. Thank you to Adobe for this live stream.
Yes. Coming up next, we have the motion spotlight with Connor McHugh. So definitely stay tuned for that. And Vicki, if people want to find you, where can they find you?
I am Thanksxu on all platforms. That's THANKSXU. It's a play on my last name.
Instagram, Patreon, YouTube.
What else?
Maybe
Yeah.
this will be on a
Twitter.
YouTube. This, yeah, in a future vlog. Yeah, and I'm at Biologically on Instagram as well. So yeah, with that, I hope you all have a great day. Hope you have a lovely lunch if it's lunchtime for you, or a nice afternoon snack.
Yeah, get some veggies.
Yeah, after this food themed live stream. So yeah, thank you all for joining us and have a great day.
Bye.